How's it going? Hey, so I just got done doing a cam swap and got the whole damn thing back together. Great car ran great. Sounded amazing. Maybe I'll post a video or something, or a couple pictures. I have a couple videos of what she sounded like. But shortly after getting everything together and taking her for a quick test drive just in the neighborhood down the street, came back, saw some smoking going on, and so it was like, so immediately turned the car off, opened it up, and opened up the hood, and what I saw was a leak from the radiator. I guess at some point, my dumbass freaking, my poop butt, uh, punctured a hole in the radiator, and it wasn't caught when put back in because it was incredibly small hole. Like even inspecting, you probably would have missed it. So I I tried welding it and with some aluminum zincs while it was in the car because it was pretty reasonable. Um, yeah, I've heard those work. And I've also heard some JB weld. A lot of people talk about JB weld, but I wouldn't. It's just better because the only way that really works is if you take it out of the car. And if you're gonna take it out of the car, you might as well just replace it because there's many stories of that shit just not working. Well, it will work for a while, but really it's just meant to be a temp fix so that you can place your radiator, like get to the shop or do it yourself or what have you, or get you to the weekend so you could do it to yourself. Um, I looked online and everything, and I followed the GM manual, the expensive one, the GM manual, the same one that the shops use and everything. But it's going to be that it's going to behoove you to follow a manual, and not follow videos because there's a lot of bad gouge out there. There's a video out there right now. A guy shows you how to do it, but this without removing the front bumper. And be honest, I tried it that way the first time, and I was like, nope. Putting it back when went to go put it back in, I'm like, yeah, we're removing the front bumper because he said it was a shortcut. It's not a shortcut. Trust me, I tried it both ways. Taking the front bumper off is way easier. It's a few more steps and whatnot, and a little bit more, and it looks intimidating to see your whole front bumper taken off. It's not. It's crazy easy. You just take the screws out with that. You follow the screws all the way around in the rear wheel and everything, and it comes off, and it just pull it right off. The whole unit comes off at once. And this is what. And keep in mind, my radiator is already out. I've been working on it all day, but look at the look. So this is where your bumper goes right. Look, it's all one unit. It's real super simple to take off and to tape off. Trust me, the rest of it is just nuts and bolts. I mean, so you right here you got a crash board, you got a crash bar that goes across. You get a crash bar and everything. It goes across. You got your radiator, the radiator condenser, and everything. GM manual calls for you to remove the condenser tubes and everything because the fan, the fan, the condenser, and the radiator all comes out at one unit. There's actually these plastic retainer plates that will go on both sides that hold them all together. They're all supposed to come out as one unit. When you freaking go to change them out, change one unit out, you link them all together and you put them back in. Um, so there's that. I just putting that out there. Anyways, I've already gone through taking it apart and everything. I'm under crunch because I got dyno Thursday. So I might add some more video and everything of putting it back together. It's pretty straightforward, especially if you already have the manual. If you get the manual, there's just one. If you don't want to pay, if it's just wanting to replace the radiator because like a rock got through and hit your radiator and punctured it or whatever, and you don't want to pay, and it's expensive to replace a radiator in this car. If you already done mods, for example, like I have, yeah, and not to mention punctures aren't covered under GM warranty, just not. So especially if you've gotten over 32,000 miles. They might if you're under the 32 or 36, whatever it is, 1,000 miles. But it's not. But if you're in my boat, you're doing boat, and you're gonna be doing mods, you might as well do the mods. You do everything yourself. Um, Modding's not cheap. This is the reason why. Unless you know how to do the work yourself. So, anyways, so having said that, just wanted to give you an idea what it takes to do a radiator swap on your own, and this is it. And if you do a cam, it's the same thing. And just taking the thing out is way easier just for the cam swap alone. You get so with if the bumper's on, look, you got like the bumper comes out to about here, or they call it a facisica or whatever. It comes out to right about here, right? So you're reaching over this thing right here. You're reaching all the way out to about here, just to whatnot. Look, if I freaking take this thing out, I'm right up into this thing, man. I got so much more room, and I'm a short guy, so. And, especially for short people, anything advantage, and I have it on jacked up on the bigger jacks, and I can still reach everything no problem. It puts it right in front of me. It's just a better idea altogether to do it. I've seen a couple of videos out there with people freaking like trying to keep the bumper on and whatnot. It's just a better idea. Not to mention it protects your shit. Because look, I got mine over there covered with blankets. If I drop a wrench or something like that, who cares? You know, it's not going to hurt anything, you know? And then you just have to protect your sides, you know? I haven't got anything covered on the sides because I'm not working on the sides. This is all front work. So, chance of me dropping wrench over there is very slim to none. So, I'm actually kind of frustrated because freaking, like, I've already done this once and I'm having to do it again because it's leaking. So, but, you know, will it to the way, as I say. Anyways, I just want to put that out. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put her down for right now. We're going to pick it up in the morning, try to put it back together. And a lot of people show, hey, this is how you take it apart and everything. But I feel like it benefits better to be shown how to put it back together. You know, a lot of times you get to everything's back at art, but putting it back together, a lot of people are like, oh, where did I forget to put this? Big tip though, anytime you take something to add together, put it in Ziploc bags and then zip tie it to the item. Then it's pretty obvious that those nuts and bolts go together. You know. So if you can, just put it in. It's side note, it's kind of scary how freaking this thing's held together at the front. Looks great and everything, but it's just a lot of plastic with plastic clips clipped to plastic. So they want to make it light. So, all right. And having that, we'll pick it up in the morning.